I've seen him 2 or 3 times now. He's made me laugh every fucking time. He's brilliant. His name is the magnanimous Ian Burns!
Hi guys, I know what you're all thinking, and this is what happens to Gaz if he doesn't go to the gym. It's the absolute B-Tech version of him. He even brought 2 gyms to the room. I've still not been to either of them. Now, doing comedy gives me a lot of free time during the day, and I've become kind of addicted to daytime TV. Got any daytime TV addicts going? Anyone got a favourite? Just shout it out, go for it.
Loose women.
Nice. Still couldn't get laid with the loose ones even if I tried. For me, my favourite go-to is The Chase. Is everyone familiar with The Chase? Yeah. Just for anyone who isn't, it's a quiz show hosted by the lovely, Bradley Walsh, the kind of guy who your mum or your gran would be like, he should come round for tea one day. He definitely puts his scones together in the right order, which is butter, jam, cream. I'll fight you over that. And you've got these chasers who, they are pretty much the epitome of evil. They get so much pleasure out of tearing down the contestants. They may say to them, oh Karen, you tried really hard, but unfortunately you weren't up to spec. And in their brain they're going, Karen, you got the same number of questions right as the fucks I give about you. And Bradley, he's there, he's meant to kind of look after the contestants, and half of him clearly wants to just give them a hug. And the other half is wishing that he's put his nose in and could just start slagging the fuckers off. The other great thing with The Chase is the names of the chasers. We've got the Governess, the Destroyer, the Cinnamon, and I don't know about you, but they sound like B-Tech Batman villains. Not the ones that are going to make the Christopher Nolan trilogy. No. These are the ones that go in the 60s TV show, where when they punch someone, you get boink showing up on the screen. But if I were able to snag myself a job as one of those, because I do have some similarities, mostly in the gut region, I would be the timekeeper. And as with anyone who's going to be evil, that needs some childhood trauma to go along with it. Mine comes from my mum. So, Mrs. Burns, where she was a maths teacher, and in Richard Attenborough's latest documentary, detailing the lives of teachers in many a school, he would describe the maths teacher as a docile and loving creature who could identify their predators and cut them down to size with but 3 quick, scathing words. And that is 100% my mum. As with other great mathematicians, she also has a theorem. And this is Mrs. Burns' theorem of timeliness. Now, picture for me, along the x-axis, the progression of time from when you were meant to show up. And on the y-axis, you have her patience with you. Now, the point at which this meets, which shall forever be known as Burns' constant, is the point at which you're dead to her. The tea's gone cold, the cake is going stale, and I might have eaten all the biscuits. And as I say, she had this obsession with times, and it rubbed off on me, such to the point that I consider being late not just a crime worse than murder, or voting Tory. And I turn up to places not just with enough time to kind of read the collected works of Chaucer, but to binge watch Netflix until the "Are you still there?" or "Has the depression kicked inside?" pops up. I am so obsessed with timeless and order that I do my Christmas dinner by spreadsheet. I have done festivals by spreadsheet, mapping every stage, the distance between them, the time it takes. I've even done one of my own friend's birthdays for him by spreadsheet. I was not invited to his next one. And for years I was just obsessed, and I was stuck so much into this being perfectly on time for everything, being perfectly punctual. I even joined the Perfectly Punctual People's Club. I am that cool. I don't struggle to get dates or need your affection. But it all went horribly wrong for me earlier this year. I'd been over in Munich, just taking in the sights and sounds of the pubs, and I met this lovely group of Austrians. And I don't know about you guys, but there's never been a time in history that I'm aware of that an Austrian in a Munich beer hall has caused any trouble whatsoever. And it was going great, and we ended up singing karaoke all night. Does anyone here have a favourite karaoke song? No one popping up with that, are they? Don't worry, I won't make you sing it.
Don't Stop Believing.
Don't Stop Believing is a great shout, but unfortunately, we were looking for Britney Spears' Toxic. Just like my personality when I get going. But anyway, it got into a bit of a heavy one. Got in 3, 4ish in the morning. My flight was at 20 to 10. And normally you'd get there at say 8 o'clock. Yeah, I woke up with a raging hangover at 20 to 9. This was a fuck up and a half. But I rallied, I gave myself a pep talk, I told myself, Burns, you can do this, which was the nicest thing anyone had said to me recently. And I raced out the room and ran, I walked, ding, I got the lift down, piled into an Uber, and to be fair to the driver, he seemed well keen on getting me to the airport. Possibly in kind of a, well, you voted to leave, so I'm going to fucking help you do it. I get there, 9:08. It's tight, it's doable. 2 search terms that Pornhub was very familiar with. There you go, just let that one. So anyway, I get to the baggage check with the x-rays and the scanners and that. And the queue is a mile long. Now, I'm convinced that it was my skillful and silver-tongued negotiation that got me to the front of that queue. I'm fairly sure it was the smell of beer and desperation that it just really wanted to shim me out the bloody way. And I get there, bag off, liquids out, laptop in its own bag, because as I said, I like to obey the rules. And it's all going fine until the random bag check guy comes over. I am shaking in my skin, panicking, and also going, do I look like Pablo Escobar's Scouse cousin? But eventually, they confirmed that no, I do not have a metric fuck ton of cocaine in my bag, yay high. And I start moving, 9:28, this is getting dangerously close. And unfortunately, just to screw with us all, because of Brexit, I'm sure, they have stuck the non-EU passport control at the far bloody end. So I was running, no I wasn't, I was walking at best, but with glorious purpose, down to the end, and I was confronted by this young family whose kids could only be described as a spawn of Satan. For any of the parents in here, you know what it's like trying to corral 2 or 3 little kids through passport control. They are treating it like their own bloody playground, they are going nuts. They're screaming, I'm not your child, I'm not your child. But eventually, I got myself through, and up ahead, shining bright in front of me, was the gate. I could see the plane there. But I was confronted by a solitary member of staff, like a German Gandalf before me, saying, you shall not pass, as the plane pulled away. And I fell to my knees. Not because I'm overly dramatic, not because I'm looking for attention, but because I am dangerously, horrendously, Boris Johnsonly unfit. And after a bit of a wait, £400 and a BA flight home, I did finally get back in one piece to be with you all here tonight. I know, it's great, isn't it? None of you wish I was still stuck over there, do you? But I must leave you, because I must attend the tribunal at the Perfectly Punctual People's Club to determine whether I may continue my membership with them. Thank you very much, everyone. You've been great.